something I don't understand, okay? And I don't think it's fair. See a lot of the stuff right now because, the election thing is coming up again. And, the thing is, when you're voting, okay, the provincial voting and the federal voting should be different, okay? Because in your riding, some people like a certain candidate, okay? Because of their views. But they may like that candidate in their riding, but they don't like the candidate in the federal government that's running for your prime minister. So I'm questioning why the votes work like that. Why are people not voting for their provincial parties and then the federal party be separate from it? Because it's not about who, in the end. See, okay, let's take for instance, okay, there's most people right now, they go by the two-party system, federal or conservative, okay? Maybe there's a conservative candidate that I like the work that they've done for the people. And maybe there's, looking at it a different view, maybe there's a liberal. But I don't like the one they have as their federal candidate for prime minister. It's going to discourage anyone, or they're going to say, I like this person, so if I like this person, then I got to vote for this person. I got to vote for that candidate. But I don't want this prime minister this person getting in as prime minister. Because your federal government has a different agenda than your provincial government. Your provincial government works for your province, your federal government works for everyone. I've had people say about, you talk about, okay, let's use Justin Trudeau when he was in. They would say, well, about the way money was spent. When Justin would, give money to each province. Okay? I was telling my sister the other day because she blames Justin Trudeau for everything. But see, it's your provincial government's fault if the money is not being dispersed properly. It's up to your provincial government to put the money where it needs to be. In Nova Scotia, actually in Canada, your government just here a few months ago gave themselves, was it a 29% raise? How are they allowed to give themselves a raise? Can you, as an employee, give yourself a raise? Seriously. That's the thing. They should not be giving themselves raises. The premier for Nova Scotia, and then the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House gave herself a raise. Do people not get it yet? Like, maybe everybody should go into their employer and say, hey, I'm giving myself a raise. Because, your politicians, they work for you. Aren't you the one that's supposed to say whether or not they have a raise? Shouldn't there be a vote on whether they should have a raise? And, they don't give the people a 29% raise. They give them what? 25 cents? Seriously. They're giving themselves thousands and thousands of dollars for a raise. And you're getting pennies. Your money is not going where it's supposed to be. And it's not the federal government that you should be looking at. It should be your provincial government. Seriously. So next time you want to blame your prime minister for everything, you might want to look in your own province first and asking your own province where the money's going, because that's where the investigation should be. It should be an investigation into each individual province. Somebody overseeing where the money is truly going. And they should have to account for every single penny, even though they don't work in pennies anymore. But the only reason why they stopped working in pennies is because that was another way that they would be able to rip you off. Love you all. Have a great weekend.